What is most unique about this project, I would say, is the coming together in a coordinated way of the entire global wheat community to deal with this. It's not an easy thing to bring people together from East Africa, from South Asia, from Australia, from Canada, from the United States, from Russia, from all the wheat growing countries. Wheat is such a widely grown crop. It has so many kinds and types. It can be grown all the way from the highland tropics up into the well north into the temperate zone. So it's an extremely diverse crop, widely grown. Many peoples and many cultures depend on it. So the coming together of this global community around wheat is really something quite unique. The motivation started in 1999 when Dr. Borlaug first saw this thing. But years passed, and because of a lack of funding that was needed on a global scale, not that much happened. CIMMYT did its best to breed improved varieties, and we're seeing the benefits of some of that today. But it took some time before finally some money was brought together, and I was asked to lead an assessment group in East Africa. That was in 2005. That assessment produced a report called Sounding the Alarm on Global Stem Rust. There are several rust diseases, and you know, stem rust is the most important, of course. It's the biblical plague. It's devastating. But right now we essentially have a global epidemic of yellow rust, also called stripe rust, that's affecting wheat growers worldwide, and especially in East Africa. One of the really important things that you see is the importance of this crop to people, to very large numbers of impoverished people, how important it is to their lives and livelihoods, particularly in a country like Ethiopia. Even the outbreak of stripe rust is causing a lot of distress among farmers there. And if there should be an outbreak of UG99, which is widely present in the country, if it should go epidemic, it will be just devastating to those farmers. So, you know, one of the things you see is the real potential for tremendous human suffering unless we achieve the objectives of this project and really deploy resistant varieties before an epidemic happens. In this case, we can't do it alone because of the nature of the organism. It's blown by the wind. It just necessitates partnership. You can't deal with it without effective partnership. Other problems, perhaps you could deal with it if you had the resource without a large numbers of partners, but increasingly in the public sector, we don't have the resource. So we need to come together in complementary ways and work together on the major challenges to agriculture around the world, and that can best be done using the approach that we've taken with this project. Part of our efforts in this project is to continually advocate with potential donors and organizations that can help us in this struggle. We are looking to find durable rust resistance, but you don't know that it's durable until it endures, as I always say. So what we want to end up with, we have funding for 5 more years. At the end of that 5 years, we would like to leave in place a durable project. That is, a project where people feel and governments and all the publics and even the private sector, where everyone engaged with wheat feels like this is valuable enough, you know, we should contribute our efforts to keeping it going and doing it without the inputs from these major donors. We believe that can be achieved, and it may be possible to persuade these donors and others to continue some level of support that would keep the community together, Dr. Borlaug's admonition, one of many, was keep the herd together, he would say. Keep the people together, because together you can deal with this thing. Individually, you really can't. It's a global disease that has no respect for borders or cultures or anything else. It just blows. It affects wheat. It's devastating. So unless we work together, share information, there's no chance. This was what worried Dr. Borlaug. You mentioned what keeps me up at night, what makes me lose sleep. Dr. Borlaug used to say, rust never sleeps. That was one of his favorite expressions. So that to think of that kind of keeps us all awake and keeps us going, I think.